Joining me now, celebrity and royal reporter Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, Leonardo DiCaprio has been heckled in Paris. He's been questioned about his attendance at a Diddy party.
Hey, shame on you, Leo. You took a picture with paparazzi and you don't take time with your fan. Shame on you. And your friend is P Diddy. Very shame on you. Shame on you for P Diddy. Yes.
He's not used to that. I've got to say, he looks ridiculous. Kinsey is wearing a mask in 2024. He should be heckled for that. His personal life has been in the spotlight for a number of years now, Kinsey, but his proximity to this Diddy scandal surely can only hurt his image.
Yeah, I'm going to give him credit here because he's one of the few celebrities that has actually tried to distance himself from the allegations, unlike everyone else who's just keeping their head down. A source close to Leonardo said that he hadn't had anything to do with Diddy for years. He never attended a freak off. So they specifically said he never attended a freak off and has nothing to do with this case. And the last known photo of them together is from 2019. So, where's J-Lo? Where are all of these other people? At least Leonardo is like, nope, not me. I don't want anything to do with this.
Well, yeah, there were a lot of celebrities, a lot of A-listers who've been at these parties over the years and who've been pictured. So you're right, he's hardly alone there and he's at least made some sort of a public statement. Now, let's go to Harry and Meghan, particularly Harry for this particular story, because there's still mystery surrounding whether he lawfully obtained a US visa after he admitted in his book Spare that he had used drugs, something that could disqualify an applicant from obtaining a visa. The issue is yet to be put to bed after a case brought against the Biden administration by the think tank, the Heritage Foundation, was quashed. The court ruled in favour of the Biden administration, stating that Harry's Department of Homeland Security records should not be released in order to maintain his privacy. However, the Heritage Foundation lawyers have now asked the court to vacate that ruling and allow the release of private correspondence between the DHS and the judge. Kinsey, what else can you tell us about this?
Well, that's the story. You gave me everything I got. The judge at some point received private information, private documentation from the Biden administration, and the Heritage Foundation is saying making that documentation private doesn't allow us to represent ourselves appropriately. It doesn't get, that secrecy did not allow us to fight this case fairly. So they want to vacate that judgment, that prior judgment, and they want access to those documents. What did the Biden administration hand this judge that potentially made, helped him steer him in the direction of the decision he made, which was in their favor?
Well, I don't understand how the court could have ruled in favour of the Biden administration about we can't release these Department of Homeland Security documents that might breach Prince Harry's privacy. He wrote about all this nonsense in his own memoir. He's talked about it in these tell-all interviews. What privacy are they protecting here? That in itself just seems absurd to me. But let's get back to Diddy. According to a complaint filed in February by Rodney Little Rod Jones, Sean Diddy Combs reportedly mandated that all his staff carry pink cocaine, the drug found in One Direction member Liam Payne's body after his death. And in some cases, they were also ordered, Kinsey, to carry ecstasy, marijuana gummies, GHB. What's the latest on the growing case against Diddy?
Do you remember when they originally carried out these raids, Diddy was traveling and they approached Diddy. The officers found Diddy. He was not arrested, but someone in his entourage was arrested for having drugs on them. So you hear this story. This is coming from Little Rod. This is one of the civil cases against him. You hear the story, and then you kind of put two and two together and realize one individual arrested that you were in transit with for having drugs on them. This potentially is true. Unlimited amount of civil cases, over 100 civil cases, some minors, boys and girls.
Ooh.
The story keeps getting more horrific, and I don't think it's going to slow down anytime soon.
Now, one of the young people that Diddy allegedly groomed is Justin Bieber, and he's reportedly considering a lawsuit against his business managers for mismanaging his money, squandering a large part of his $300 million fortune. Surely Bieber isn't broke, Kinsey. He would have made a fortune. $300 million is not a small amount.
Yeah, I mean, he just sold his music catalog for $200 million. You know, his adversaries will likely argue that there will be that there was a period in his life where he was irresponsible with his money and that he is to blame for where he's at. And there are reports that there's infighting within his team, whether to file a lawsuit or not. His current team split. Some members want him to sue, others are advising him against it. I think that he's just kind of, and maybe the Diddy thing has something to do with it. He's wondering who was ever on his side, who really truly had my best interest at heart. Might be reevaluating.
You feel so bad because you look at some of the songs, some of his performances, and it was like he was crying out for help. Before you go, Justin Bieber's father, Jeremy, has come under fire for running an Instagram account where bikini pictures of the pop star's 6-year-old half-sister, Bey, are being posted and attracting all sorts of disturbing comments from men. What's going on there? Why would he be doing this?
No 6-year-old in the world needs a Instagram account, especially in an Instagram account where they're, in a bathing suit and in their little cheer uniforms. A social media company, they took the analytics of her followers, and they say 20% of this baby's followers are adult males. There are vile comments underneath some of the pictures. Jeremy Bieber, get your you-know-what together. You were a horrible dad to Justin, who showed up once he hit it big. You need to reevaluate what you're doing right now and pull your children off the internet.